Today, we aren't just watching a hearing, we're watching a masterclass in psychological fortification. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi is stepping into the kill zone. Most people hear her words. We're going to watch her body betray them. In this channel, we have one law. When the mouth and the anatomy go to war, the anatomy never lies. Let's strip back the mask.
You apologize to the survivors in your opening statement for what they went through at the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Will you turn to them now and apologize for what your Department of Justice has put them through with the absolutely unacceptable release of the Epstein files and their information?
Congresswoman, you sat before Merrick Garland sat in this chair twice.
Attorney General.
Look at the finger. That is an emphasis. It's a bayonet charge. Bondi is using a pointing finger to claim territory and launch a territorial attack. Notice the incongruence. She's talking about Merrick Garland to create a physical barrier between herself and the accusation. She's not answering. She's invading their space to force a retreat. Have you ever seen pure dominance disguised as defense? While she uses the phrase "get in the gutter" as a verbal shield, her body tells a completely different story. Notice the sharp upward thrust of her chin. This is the classic chinjut. By exposing her neck, she isn't showing vulnerability. She is displaying primal dominance. She is literally looking down her nose at the committee members. This gesture is more than a simple dismissal. It is an unspoken declaration of war. She is signaling that she is the apex predator here, and everyone else is beneath her notice. Do you see the arrogance?
So I really have just one question for you. How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even investigating?
You showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question.
Look at the total incongruence here. Her hands are throwing high-velocity daggers, but her face is a frozen wasteland. No brow furrow, no snarl. This is performative leakage. An authentic human being who is actually angry shows it in the face first. Bondi is running a controlled narrative program. The anger is a costume she put on this morning to intimidate the weak.
You showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer the
theatrics are
question the way I
ridiculous.
asked it.
Chairman Jordan, I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people, but I'm going to answer the question.
How many have you indicted?
Again, the time belongs to
claiming my time.
The time belongs.
I think it's very interesting.
Claiming my time.
I think it's very interesting.
And you can
when
reclaim
he
your
talks
time.
about they indicted,
Mr.
the president said they indicted him twice.
Mr. Chairman, please stop the clock and stop the clock.
She sounds like she's boiling, but her pulse is likely at resting rate. Why? Because she has full territorial control. Watch how she anchors herself to the binder. That's her physical barrier, a fortress wall. She isn't answering questions because she doesn't have to. She's already decided the committee doesn't have the teeth to bite her.
Brought up the president saying they indicted me twice. They sure did. They tried to impeach him twice. And you, Mr. Nadler, were one of the leads on the impeachment. I was on the other side. I love you. During impeachment, you said the president conspired, sought foreign interference in the 2016 election. Robert Mueller found no evidence, none, of foreign interference in 2016. Have you apologized to President Trump? Over 3 million. And Donald Trump signed that law to release all of those documents. He is the most transparent president in the nation's history.
The intensity is rising, but the facial cues are missing. This is a high-level performance. She's checking her notes not for facts, but for her script. And when the brain is under cognitive load trying to maintain a lie or a facade, eye contact drops and the body starts to rely on physical anchors. She's not testifying, she's reciting a manifesto.
None of them ask Merrick Garland over the last 4 years one word about Jeffrey Epstein. How ironic is that? You know why? Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7, shattered 50,000 for the first time. This is crazy. They said it couldn't be done in 4 years, yet President Trump...
Listen to the micro flutter in her voice when she mentions the Dow. Even her vocal cords are rejecting the script. Her body language has shifted to retreaches leaning back, creating distance from her own words. This is the golden rule in action. Her mouth says prosperity, but her shoulders are hunched in a defensive crouch. She doesn't believe her own lies. The fortress is cracking. Look at the interlaced fingers. That's a self-soothing, pacifying gesture. She's literally holding her own hand to keep from shaking. The Merrick Garland mentions are a pattern interrupt and a smokescreen to hide the fact that the Epstein questions are finally hitting a nerve. The predator is beginning to feel like prey.
Girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein.
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from...
Initial confirmation, look at the hand gripping the bicep. This is body blocking at its most extreme. She is creating a physical cage for her own emotions. The chinjut is back, but it's more desperate now. She's losing the room, so she's doubling down on the aggression to mask the massive stress reaction happening in her core. The hearing is over, but the body told the whole story. Bondi walked in with a fortress and left with a cage. She didn't give answers because her anatomy was too busy trying to hide the truth. Remember, people lie, but their skin, their sweat, and their bones never do. If you want to see the world without the mask, hit subscribe. We're just getting started.